So here we are back. The camera just died, so we are still on Eleanor's turn. Eleanor is in Osgiliath and she's having an encounter. Or maybe she isn't. She isn't. The heroes are in the lead, so she is in Gondor. And since the heroes are in the lead, let's just check. They get to use the lowest, so that is a random location in Gondor. The Palantir, it's a quest, the Palantir of Orthanc. Steward Denethor asks that you speak to Saruman, who is currently residing in Nan Kurunir, near the Gap of Rohan. Gondor is going to give him the Tower of Orthanc for his studies. However, gave him the Tower of Orthanc for his studies, but now the Lord Denethor is wondering if the Seeing Stone, the Palantir, is still in Orthanc. If this is the case, he wishes that the stone be moved to Minas Tirith so that the stewards may look after it. So what you need to do is you need to go to Isengard, and as a reward you get one favor, and you can get rid of one corruption. Now she doesn't have any corruption, but she can still gain the favor. And if she gains the favor, she will actually gain 2 favor, because that's her ability, her special ability. Okay, so that's Eleanor. So on her turn, she will probably go to Isengard, which is over here. So we're just going to place a little marker there, but we're going to put this thing on it to note that it's actually something special. Okay, so that was her turn. Now next up is Sauron. So first of all, we do the hero rally step. If the hero is or heroes are in the same spot as influence, the influence will be discarded. That's not the case. Then we move the markers. He can now play 1 plot card. And we're going to play a Dark Messenger. And it's a plot in Erebor. And it costs no shadow pool shadow influence, so that's fine. It will move ahead our corruption marker, which is what we're aiming for, and it will cost 5 to remove for our dear friends. Okay, so that's brilliant. Then we're going to have the event phase. We're still in stage 1. So we're going to draw, We're going to draw 3 cards. and we're going to play the lowest. The Thieves of Tharbad. A very long and difficult path. 400 hours, I believe, and it took me many months because I lost my horse in Tharbad at the fords of the Grey Flood. Boromir, the Fellowship. Sauron chooses one of his minions. This minion is going to move to... That's interesting because now... This is where it gets tricky. Because it says that I need to choose one of the minions on the board and I need to move it to this space over here. Now, the problem is that if this had happened earlier, it would have been quite difficult for Sauron to make the right choice. Because I want a minion up here in Erebor, otherwise I cannot play my plot. However, if I choose the one down here, Eleanor could finish her her quest because then the snake isn't there any longer. Now with the plot active, I don't have to worry about it, so I'm gonna move this one. And I'm going to put Favor in Tharbad, which is here, and Favor in the east. In the east. Right. Okay. Okay. That was interesting, because that could have messed up my plans. This way, it's fine. So the Mouth of Sauron is still sitting over there. Okay, so that was that step. Next up is the action step. I get to choose two. And I'm first of all going to take 6 influence. 2, 4, 6. And of these, I'm going to put 2 in my shadow pool. How come that this is here? This can't be here. Why is this here? It was supposed to be an Erin wheel, so sorry about that because that's a haven. I'm gonna put a third one on Dol Guldur, and then I'm going to put 3 on this plot. And then I'm going to get monsters. I'm going to put 1 monster in Edoras. No, actually I can't put influence here because that's a shadow. That's a, yeah, so I'm gonna put 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna put 2 here. I'm going to put a monster on here. And then I am going to move, and that's going to be just the 1 movement. And that's 3. And that's it. Okay. And then all the heroes are going to draw cards, but Beravor can't. And Eleanor is going to, so she's going to draw 6 cards. 2, 4, 6. Next up is Beravor, and Beravor is simply going to, let me see. Beravor has a really interesting ability. She can heal. She can heal instead of rest. Now, healing. Okay, so she's going to stay where she is and she's going to heal, which means that you can usually only do this if you're in a haven, but she has the special ability that she can do this outside of a haven. So we're going to heal. And which means she gets the cards from all of her different pools back. But we need to move 1 marker of Sauron's track. And usually that's the one that's on the leftmost one, which I find is a bit weird because, you know, but actually, did I move? I didn't, did I? Okay. Actually would have been in stage 2, but can't be helped now. It's grand. Yeah. Okay. So she now gets to decide which one to move, and it's always the leftmost one. So we're just gonna move the ring by 1. Okay. So that's that. Is she going to move though? Well, I doubt that she is because, well, she would like to, this plot requires 3. So yeah, she's going to, well, she needs to go there anyway. So she's gonna move here through the gap of Rohan. It's going to spend 1 of any card. Because this is 1, 2, 3. What's her wisdom? 2. So she would be, so that would be perilous to her. Yeah, and then she's going to sit there, and then she's going to have an encounter. And that is Rohan. 1, 2, 3. The heroes are in the lead, so it's the one with the lowest, isn't it? Yeah, so it's going to be this card. Allies of the Dark Lord. Okay, basically I can decide if I want to take 4 damage or Sauron can draw 1 plot. Yeah, I'll let him draw 1 plot. Next up is our friend Eleanor. And Eleanor could go here and try to get rid of the Edoras. Which costs 2, or she could try and get rid of this one, which costs... Oh, she only has... well, no, she can't, because she has no favor. She could try and go here, but there's a monster here, so that one is pretty... So she could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Oh, yeah, okay. So she is going to try and do this. So she's going to see if she can do this. Or she could finally try and get rid of this snake. So she's going to try it because, you know, this has been going on too long. I doubt that she will ever get any better cards or any more cards than this. She's going to play this card. And she's going to play this card. That's 2 cards, so she's going to go to here. And there will be a fight with or against the black snake. She doesn't want to draw any cards, so that's fine. The snake gets 9 cards from this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's see who gets precedence. And it is the snake. So the snake gets to draw 1, 2, 3 cards, and she gets to draw 2 cards. She has melee. She's going to play Parade. And he will play Precognition. So he does 1, she does 1, nothing happens. She gets to draw 1 card, he gets to draw 1 card. Let's see what she's going to do. Her strength is 6. Again. going to play this. So he does 2 plus 2 because he does 1 wound, so she loses 3. She gets to draw 1 card, he gets to draw 1 card. He has played 4. He's going to play this, so he's now at 7. She does 1 point of damage, and he does 6. Minus 1 is 5. And then she has to do this. She gets to draw 1 card, he gets to draw 1 card. She's going to play this card, attack. He can only play a card with 1. Or with 0. He's going to play this. He does 2 damage, she does 2 damage. He gets to draw 1 more card. She gets to draw 1 card. She has spent 4 points worth of cards. Four, and she has 6. Yeah, so she's going to play this card. And he can only play this card, which doesn't do anything, but she does 1 point of damage. And he is exhausted. 2, 4, 6, as is she. So, and this is where it kind of is weird, because if they're exhausted, it means they can't play any more cards, although they may still have cards. If they kept playing, then they would be null and void. So, basically, it ends in a draw. She gets her cards back, the ones that she hasn't played, and then I have to check, because that's what I find a bit weird about this fight system. I don't like the fight system at all, I have to say. And here it's a bit Because it says here, if minion or monster was not defeated, add influence to shadow stronghold extensions. I don't know what this is supposed to mean, how much influence you're going to So none of them are actually defeated, so I guess they will just stay there. And that's it. I mean, I have to say that it says here, if both of them are exhausted, go to the step after the battle. But this after the battle step, for some reason, I can't find in the rules. So if they are both exhausted, then I'm just going to make a decision that, yeah, the person who didn't have precedence will withdraw. So she's going to move back one. That's all that I can think of. Then this was the end of her turn. And now it's Sauron. Well, I have to say, I find this whole... I don't like the fight system at all. It may be because, you know, when you play it solo, it's kind of weird, but I just don't think it's a satisfying way of dealing with this. So, yeah. So now it's Sauron, and we've just moved everything. Rally phase doesn't happen. Plot phase, we're not going to add any plots. Event phase, we're going to draw 2. We're now in stage 3. We're going to now we're going to draw 3. We're now in stage 2. We're going to play the lowest, which is Brand becomes king in Tal, in Dale. The heroes decide either put 1 favor into Esgaroth or remove 1 influence and 2 monsters within 1 space from Esgaroth. Since that's not the case, there isn't any, we're just going to put favor into Esgaroth. Dine moves to the Old Forest Road, and we add 1 favor to The plains of Enedwaith. Enedwaith. Yeah, wherever that is. Down here. Okay. Good. So that was that. What's Sauron going to do? Sauron is first of all going to add monsters. He's going to put one monster to guard this plot. Then he's going to move this guy for 3, and he's going to meet her in the gap of Rohan. Ha ha. And then that's all that he's going to do there. And then he's going to get influence. He's going to get 6 influence tokens. He's going to put 2 in the shadow pool. No, he's going to put 1 in the shadow pool. And then he's got 5 left. 2, he's going to put 1 into Barad-dûr. And 1 into Dunharrow. And 3 on this plot. Now he's going to put 4 on this plot. Because he can, because it's a direct connection to this, and Barad-dûr has 5. So, yeah. And now the heroes get to draw cards. So Bedivere gets to draw 6 cards. 2, 4, 6. And Eleanor is not going to get anything. Because she doesn't have anything that she could use. So that's his turn over. Next up is Bedivere. Now Bedivere could in theory rest, but she can't because she's in the same space as one of his minions. So now we have ambush. So she's now going to face the mouth of Sauron. This guy. So, the mouth of Sauron has got the purple deck. Yeah. He gets to draw 2, 4, 6 cards. And is she going to draw cards? She has an agility of 3, so she could draw 3 more cards. He's got strength of 6. She could go up to strength 8. Yeah, I think she's 2, 4, 6, 8 cards. Yeah, I think she's going to keep her agility, to put it into strength, and then we're going to see who's got precedence, and again it's the dark side with 6. So we're going to give her 2 cards. And the dark side gets 3 cards. Just going to look at her cards. She's going to play surprise attack. He's going to play this, Fanatic. +2 attack if the if this card was a ranged card, which it is. So he does 1 point of damage. She gets to draw 1 card, he gets to draw 1 card. She's going to take a risk and she's going to play Deadly Aim. And he could give us 6 points of damage. And he would get 6. Oh god, he's going to take 6 points of damage anyway. Unless he plays this. So he's going to play this. So she does 3 points of damage. And he does 5 points of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it says reckless. If the Fanatic, and he's a Fanatic, takes 1 point of damage, he gets 2 additional points of damage. Why do you say would he do this? Well, if he played any of his other cards, he would actually have taken 6 points of damage in one go and he would have been dead. So he gets to live another round. So he gets to draw 1 more card and she gets to draw 1 more card. She's played 5 and she's got a strength of 8. So she can play 3 more points of damage. She's going to take a risk. And she's going to use this card. He's going to play this. He knows he's going down. So she takes 6 points of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on, can he even play this? No, he can't because he would be exhausted. Sorry about that now. Yeah, so he's going to do this. So he's going to... so that would have been 6, 2, 4, 6. So 3 points of damage. She has 1 shield, so she has to lose 2 cards. However, she has 3 points of damage because he played arranged and he's got 1 shield, so he takes 2 points of damage, so he's dead. So she has killed the Mouth of Sauron. He is dead, he doesn't come back. These go away. Wow, that was huge. That was actually, that was huge. I'm impressed. So that was the ambush part. So she's now going to move. So we're going to encounter this monster, and it is actually not a monster at all. We were lucky. It's not perilous to us because it is, we've got wisdom too. Then we're going to play 3 cards. One, two, three, to move here. So now we're going to experience peril. One, two, three. We're going to play this. A shadow at the back of our memory. The mountain passes were no longer safe. There were more and more strangers, and many of them were not really good people. And also there was more and more of a rumor about a new power in the east. The people traveling were again murmuring a very dark and almost forgotten name, Mordor. Is the wisdom of the hero equal to or less than the number of adjacent areas with influence markers? The hero needs to discard 1 favor and gain 1 corruption. So we've got 1, 2, 3 adjacent areas that have influence on them. Our wisdom is 2, so we have to lose 1, and we have to draw 1 corruption card. We are confused. Our wisdom is reduced by 1. This is terrible. And she wasn't the wisest to begin with, but now it means that she is actually yeah, this is difficult, so we just have to remember this. But now what we can do is we can encounter this space and we can remove this plot. So that's the plot number 2. This gets discarded. We have to sacrifice 3 favor. And now we get to encounter this space. Actually, this place cannot be perilous. Ignore what just happened. That never happened because it can't be perilous because it's a haven. I don't know what I was doing there. So she is not weird. She's not, yeah. So that was my mistake. So she's now in Edoras. And she's going to encounter Edoras, the space. And actually the one with the number 1 is also called Edoras, so we're not even going to look at the other ones. It's the court of Theoden. The Horse Lords were very good guest friends and hosts, I should say, and were really interested in news from beyond the river. Although some of them were quite skeptical, most of them were listening very intently and were also quite impressed with all of the hard work and toil that went into telling them the news. You can now decide either to get 1 favor or get rid of 1 corruption, which we don't have, so we're going to choose favor. And we can also decide, and if our wisdom is greater than the number of monsters in the region, and this is the blue region, and there are no monsters in this region, we get a horse. And the horse does the following for us. We can travel everywhere for the cost of just 1 card. That's good. So Eleanor again has had a really good turn. Next up is, Bedivere. Next up is Eleanor, and Eleanor is now pissed off. She is going to kill that snake person. And she's going to play this card to move here. She's going to encounter this guy. And so we're going to roll for precedence. And it's, again, another 6. So it's the snake again. He gets 9 cards from the grey deck. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's got a strength of 8. And she has a strength of 5, but we're going to give her the agility because she can't draw anything anyway. So she's going to draw 2 cards. He's going to draw 3 cards. Let's see what we can do. She's going to go for melee. Precognition. Okay, so he is going to... He's going to play this. He does 1 point of damage, so she loses 3 points, because if he does at least 1, and he will, he does 3 in total, so she loses 3 cards. He gets to draw 1, she gets to draw 1. This time he needs to play his card first. He's going to go all out. Let's see what she can do. she's going to play this attack, which negates the this card entirely. So she does 2 points of damage. Oh, I should have played that card. Oh, I didn't. Okay, that's that. Sauron could have played a card. And she doesn't take any damage, which is brilliant. He's going to draw a card. She's going to draw 1 card. And she is going to... she's going to play it safe. She's going to play... defense. He's going to play this just to ensure that he doesn't get any hits. 5. She's got 4. Clang, clang, nothing happens. He gets to draw 1 card. She gets to draw 2 cards. Let's see what she's going to do. She's going to play this, 2, 5. He's going to play either way, he's going to take a hit. He's going to play this. He does, okay, 5, 8. So he's now reached his strength. He's going to, or could he maximize this further? Or he could play concentration. But then he's going to take... If he plays this, then he will take 3 points of damage. Or he plays this and he will take 3 points of damage. So it doesn't really matter. But if he does it this way, okay, so, but then he doesn't do any damage to her. Okay, I'll have to make a decision which of these 2. And it's a 6, so it's going to be this one. So she does 3 points of damage. So he's got 9 points of damage now. She has played 2, 3, 4, 5 points, so she can play 1 more. He cannot play any more cards, but he does do 2 points of damage. Gets to draw 1 more card. She gets to draw 1 card. Well, she's going to play this card because that's the only card she can play. She won't do any damage, and now she's exhausted, but he's exhausted as well. So, he can't really do anything. He can't do any damage to her. So, that's it. That's the end. She's going to withdraw because he had the initiative. These go away. these also go away. And he's got 9 points of damage now. Okay. So, that was the end. It's now she's got 1 card left. Okay, so it's now Sauron's turn. So no Rani. Let's move our 1, 2, 1 and 1. We're going to play Saruman commits treason. It affects Isengard, and if someone ever confers with Saruman, they get one corruption. Isengard is now perilous. And it requires 5 in the shadow pool, which I have. So, I think I can actually heal. Oh, I should actually have placed new minions, sorry, because we're now in stage 2. So Gothmog appears in Mount Gundabad, and the Nazgul appear in Minas Morgul, which is over here. Sorry, completely forgot that. Yeah, so yes. Yeah. If I remembered, then they could have moved on previous turns. I believe I can heal. My minions.